Live coverage starting soon.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Indian Park as we're giving an update for you, and also Tad Jones setting up our broadcast here. As we look through the window, it's not quite as dark as the video appears if you're watching our video live stream, and we're also streaming to the KTMO streaming platforms here to let our viewers and listeners know. The tarp is on the field here at Indian Park. Dexter players, along with the Kennett players, were able to get the tarp over the field and covered. Some of the Dexter players gathered in the stairwell below me here as I broadcast upstairs at Indian Park, and I see a little sunshine peeking through the clouds. Hopefully we'll have baseball this afternoon. Game one was scheduled to start at 4 o'clock between the top seed Dexter Bearcats and the 4th seed Kennett Indians in the first semifinal ball game. And then the second semifinal scheduled to follow. But obviously we will not be getting underway as scheduled at 4 o'clock this afternoon. The field should be fine. If we get this shower past us and they take the field off, we should be able to play baseball. The good thing about Indian Park for you fans, outside the area, it's very sandy ground, and it really doesn't matter too much if some rainfall falls on this. It's not like it gets muddy on a lot of other fields. But what does get muddy is the dirt area, and they have the infield covered. There you see Coach Aaron New walking across our screen as we are shooting through the dirty window here at the ballpark. Normally we open these up, but the weather forecast showed for a very, very good chance for some storms moving through the area. And we didn't want to take any chances this afternoon of maybe getting the field wet and not being able to play. And even more important than that, not getting the starting pitchers warmed up. And then we have some thunder roll through the area and lightning. But also you see Coach Stephen Edwards down below talking to Coach Aaron New. Now the sun starts coming out a bit. They're going to make sure everything is passed over us, and once it is, we expect the tarp to come off, and the field was ready to go. The teams were just about set to start warming up, but then they sent both teams to the dugout very alertly looking at the weather forecast, and great cooperation between the Kennett and Dexter players. Coach Edwards told some of his guys to go grab some sandbags, and the Kennett players down in the left field area grabbing the tarp and pulling it over the field, and they got everything secured down. So hopefully we'll have baseball coming up this afternoon, but we wanted to update you. And once again, it's not nearly as dark as it shows through this window here in the press box upstairs at Indian Park. Normally we shoot through the open window, but we're wanting to protect our equipment here this afternoon. We'll take one more look at the radar. It still shows some thunder in the vicinity, and certainly don't want the thunder to come around. But it looks like after this little cell moves through, it looks clear for a little while until maybe after 9 o'clock tonight. So if we can get this ball game started around 4:30 this afternoon, game 2 from the tournament should also be able to be completed, as I know Notre Dame headed over this way, and also headed over this way will be Fredericktown, and they're set to square off in game 2. That was a scheduled 6 o'clock start, so unless things really happen quickly here, that will also be a little bit delayed. I let the Notre Dame broadcaster Rusty Hendricks know that we were running a little bit behind. Fredericktown with their long drive, and also Notre Dame I know they're on the way down here to the ballpark. Dexter and Kennett were ready to go. And now the skies continue to lighten up here. They're going to make perfectly sure everything is past us here before they take the tarp off. But looking at the latest radar, it does look promising right now as this is going to move on through, and didn't dump a whole lot of rain. We probably would have been okay with the tarp left off, but you just never know. You get a 3/4 to an inch of rain falling on the field, and we could still play with the tarp on because they dragged that off, and out there in that sandy outfield, it will be absorbed up very quickly. But we are getting set, hopefully, for baseball this afternoon. Just wanted to give you this update as we will be back with more from Indian Park. Be watching our Facebook page when we have an estimated start time. We'll see the players start warming up. We will let you know. Probably the earliest possible start time right now, I would say, would be 4:30 this afternoon. So 4:30, possibly the earliest start time. That means we would take to the airwaves in just about 20 minutes. We'll have our free radio broadcast, of course, on KBOA AM 1540, 98.7 WGCQ FM, and online audio stream at kboaradio.com. Our pay-per-view video will be on misha.tv. So if you want to watch the video of the ball game, that will be available there. But we're keeping our equipment dry, and we're staying upstairs. The sun is popping out here at Indian Park, and that's good news. We'll try to have an update for you as soon as possible. Hopefully they'll start taking the tarp off soon, and we'll have some baseball back here at Indian Park. We're going to end this stream, and we will keep you up to date on our Facebook and social media pages on the KTMO platforms as to a possible start time. Back with more from Indian Park, hopefully in about 20 minutes.
Live coverage starting soon. 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 Live coverage starting soon Live coverage starting soon. 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 Live coverage starting soon.
It's time for Kennett Indian Baseball. Title sponsors for our broadcast: Farm Credit Services of Southeast Missouri, Baker Implement Company, NEA Baptist Hospital, and by Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture. Radio and video sponsors include Glen Sane Motors, Southern Bank, Duncan Sheet Metal, State Farm Agent Greg Wilson, Southeast Missouri State University, the Kennett Country Club, First State Community Bank, and by the Kennett Board of Public Works. Radio sponsors include Harris Pharmacy, Skeeter Kell Sporting Goods, Wayne Chiropractic, Wes and Chantel Bentley and Bentley Farms, Ultimate Fitness, FM Bank, and by Patterson's Auto Sales. And now, Kennett Indian Baseball.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to Indian Park as we get set for Kennett Indian Baseball. After a rain delay, the Dexter Bearcats have warmed up. They've had their infield and outfield practice, and now the Kennett Indians doing the same. It's going to be very short infield and outfield practice, and then we're going to get this one underway. Game 1 of 2. And, of course, we'll only have the broadcast for this game, but Notre Dame and Fredericktown will be game 2. That was scheduled for a 6 o'clock start. That'll be pushed back to around 7 o'clock this evening, depending on the speed of this ball game. But the rain moved through. The tarp has been pulled off the field. Lance Penn, who was in on all that activity, has joined us up in the booth. He'll also keep the official scorebook and do the PA announcing this afternoon. Dexter players help the Kennett players, and then coaches, administrators for Kennett, everybody on the field. They took the tarp off, and the field is in great shape. We'll take a pregame break and look at these two teams a little closer, Kennett and Dexter, when we return to Indian Park right after this.
You all hear me tell the stories on our Glen Sane ads. And I enjoy people coming to me and referring to certain stories. Some of these stories go way back. We will continue to tell stories, mention our troops, and telling our customers how much our families appreciate their business. Our people always look forward to seeing you. We want you to enjoy your visit. Best price, best service. Glen Sane, and God bless our troops.
Hey, this is Daryl Wilcoxon with Wilcoxon's Home Place on the South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri. We're getting new products in every week and would like to help you make your place a show place. Living room suites, recliners, including lift chairs, bedroom suites, mattress sets with adjustable bases, appliances, and TVs. We have several payment options available. Come see us at Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture and Appliance, 901 South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri. A family furniture tradition for over 70 years.
Kennett Indians still taking their infield practice as we get set for first pitch from Indian Park in this Class 4 District 1 semifinal. Kennett and Dexter. Kennett coming into this matchup winning 4 of their last 5 games. The only loss was a 3-2 loss on the road at Jackson last week. Now this will be the 3rd meeting of the season between these two teams. On March 26, Kennett lost 4-2 to the Bearcats early season game up at Dexter. The second loss, Kennett gave up 11 runs in the first inning in a SEMO Conference matchup and lost 11-3 to the Bearcats, but not allowing any runs after that crazy first inning. Dexter comes into this third matchup against the Indians, winning 3 of their last 6 games. And going all the way back to the SEMO Conference Tournament, looking at their schedule, their last game, May 14th, and they had a 6-2 win over Bloomfield. Kennett won 16-0 in the opening round of the tournament. Owen Williams worked 3 innings for the win. Pitch count below 30, so all of Kennett's pitching staff available for today's game. Kennett had 13 runs in that victory, and Williams only allowed 2 hits, no walks, struck out 4. And also Kennett committed no errors in that victory over Donovan. Top seed Dexter with a record of 17-9 on the season. Kennett now 12-15. Kennett is scoring 5 runs per game on the average, and they have allowed an average of 3.9 runs. Dexter on the season averaging 6.6 runs per game and allowing 4.3 runs per ball game. The Bearcats have won the last 3 games in the series, dating back to that semifinal district loss at Dexter last year. 3-1 win over the Indians in that Class 4 District 1 tournament last year. Before that win, the Indians had rolled off 12 straight victories over the Bearcats that dated back to March 23rd of 2016. So the last 3 going to Dexter. Kennett wanting to turn around their hopes today in the semifinal matchup and make it to the final of the Class 4 District 1. We'll come back and check the starting lineups in this one. Kennett and Dexter should be a good one. Our radio broadcast on 98.7 WGCQ, AM 1540 KBOA. Audio streaming on our streaming platforms, audio only on our streaming platforms and at KBOAradio.com. And a pay-per-view video stream on Misha.tv. Back with more from Indian Park right after this.
In Kennett, we know our community because we're a part of it. At Kennett Board of Public Works, we're local, just like you. That means we're just minutes away. With fast response times, we're here for emergencies, ensuring your internet is restored quickly. We offer reliable, high-speed internet to keep your home and business connected. Kennett Board of Public Works, we're your local team, keeping you connected. Here when you need us, always.
At First State Community Bank, we pride ourselves on our personal, friendly approach, and our commitment to the community makes us an effective business partner. That's why we're proud to announce that our efforts have earned us the title of Best In-State Bank for the state of Missouri, awarded by Forbes. We are incredibly grateful to our customers who allow us to be their trusted financial partner. Thank you for your confidence in FSCB and for this recognition as one of the best banks in the state. First State Community Bank. Success starts here. Member FDIC. Online at fscb.com.
At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we know that the days of parking your equipment in the shed after a long harvest and taking it easy for a while no longer exist. The business of farming is much more complex. We've been in the ag lending business for over 100 years, and we are ready to help your operation reach its best potential. We've got the loan and crop insurance products and the experience right here ready to serve you. We are your ag lender.
Contact Matthew Poole or Nathan Creed at 888-6624.
Head coaches will meet with the umpires this afternoon as we get ready for first pitch from Indian Park. Indians will be the visitors on the scoreboard as Dexter, the number 1 seed in the tournament. Here's the way the Indians will bat and take to the field. Hayden Gilmore will lead things off. The Kennett lefty will get the start against the Bearcats this afternoon. Caleb Duncan bats second and will do the catching. Cash Franklin at third base hits third. Zane Franklin will play center field and bat cleanup for Kennett. Caden Pruitt is the DH and batting in the 5th position. Jackson Patterson will be hitting 6th and playing second base. Owen Williams at first base hits 7th. Sam Porterfield in left field for the Indians and hitting 8th. And Cade Anderson, the shortstop, will bat 9th for the Indians. Will Leaker in the field defensively for Caden Pruitt as the DH, and Will Leaker will be the right fielder for the Indians this afternoon as the coaches and the umpires continue to go over the ground rules this afternoon at Indian Park. We'll look quickly at the Dexter Bearcats starting lineup this afternoon, and Nolan Alford will lead things off. He's the center fielder. Justice Lovelady will do the pitching for the Bearcats and bats second. Bo Carrier will hit in the number 3 spot and play third base. Jackson Howard will be in left field today and batting cleanup. Jackson Miller will do the catching and batting fifth. Connor Hankins will be at second base and batting sixth. Gibson Booker will be the first baseman and batting seventh for the Bearcats. Trey Pettigo will be at shortstop and batting eighth, and Houston Neely will be in left or right field and batting ninth for the Bearcats. As we'll take our final pregame break, be back with the first pitch from Kennett right after this.
Hi, I'm Judith Davis with Southeast Missouri State University, and it's never too early or too late to start your degree. Fall registration is open, and now's the time to take that next step towards your future. At our Kennett campus, you can earn a 4-year degree in psychology, agribusiness, education, or business with affordable options to fit your life. Call today to speak to an advisor about scholarships and financial aid, or visit us at 1230 First Street in Kennett or online at cmo.edu. CMO, your university, your hometown.
Grab your clubs and tee up for a great cause. It's the Swinging for the Indians 4-person golf scramble, Friday, June 20th at the Kennett Country Club. Shotguns start at 1 p.m. Just $75 per player. Includes 18 holes, a cart, and a sack lunch, plus lots of whole prizes and side games. If you would like to sign up your team, call the Kennett Country Club Pro Shop and get signed up today. Swinging for the Indians, presented by the Kennett Country Club and the Kennett Indians Booster Club.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
See State Farm agent Greg Wilson in Kennett. Call 888-4913.
We are pioneers, dreamers, the ones they said would never make it, and the ones still trying. We're lifesavers, life changers, those who bring life to your world. We're where compassion meets precision and empowerment meets innovation, an expert system of care where love abounds so that God can do the impossible. We are NEA Baptist.
Bearcats take to the field, and the Indians will come to the plate here in the top half of the first inning. Southern Bank is one of our great broadcast sponsors of Kennett Indian Baseball, and they're proud to serve Kennett and the surrounding areas with a full complement of banking services. Look to Southern Bank for loans of all types and check with them for some outstanding rates on a full range of CDs. Southern Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Sophomore getting his warm-up tosses in is Justin Lovelady. The right-hander will face the Indians this afternoon. There's been a little bit of change on the Dexter defensive alignment. According to Coach Edwards, he switched his outfielders. Howard will now be in left field and Neely in right field. Offered their regular center fielder, patrol center field, a very good center fielder. Bo Carrier at third. Trey Pettigo will be the shortstop. Hankins, the second baseman, and then Booker over at first base. Miller will be behind the plate for the Bearcats this afternoon, taking on the Kennett Indians. Kennett will start their senior left-hander, Hayden Gilmore. Hayden will start things off. We had a little bit of a issue. We thought that Cade Anderson had a strawberry, and that's why he went out of the ball game the other day. Actually, Cade was hit on a bunt attempt on a finger, and X-rays showed that there was no broken bones. But Cade suffering from that, and he's out there playing shortstop. Told Coach New yesterday he feels good. So
yeah, he threw it around pretty good during the in and out session. So I know he's still got it taped up. So we'll kind of keep an eye on that one, how the game goes, and see how that works out for him. But just now getting on here, Perry, I had to let my ears breathe a little bit after all that we had going on. So
a lot of tarp work.
Hey, just want to say special thanks. I don't know if they're listening or not, to everybody that helped pull. We had parents, some former players, some admin,
administrators,
out there.
You name it. The field was full of them.
Takes a whole lot of people.
And even some of the Dexter players and Coach Edwards was out there tugging on the tarp. Here is Hayden Gilmore facing Lovelady, and Hayden takes a strike at the knees, and we're underway here in this Class 4 District 1 semifinal. Wind at Indian Park blowing out toward left field. Lovelady, the right-hander, comes set. Next pitch to Hayden is outside. Ball 1, 1-1 the count.
You know, aside from that little rain shower that popped up, it's a little muggy, but it's a nice day out here.
Nice breeze.
Good.
A few little overcast clouds in the field in great playing condition after that shower moved through. This pitch is low, ball 2, 2-1. Kennett would like to stay hot after that big victory over the Donovan Dons. Put some runs on the board against the Bearcats, which they haven't done all season. This pitch outside for ball, or called a strike on the outside corner. 2-2 the count. That catches the corner. Gilmore back of the box, and Lovelady gets his sign. The fifth pitch of the at-bat headed home, and this one's outside, and the count goes full. 3-2 to Kennett leadoff man. Good crowd from Dexter here. Good crowd from Kennett here, and we'll have crowds from Notre Dame and probably Fredericktown making their way down to the ballpark. Hayden fouls this one off, and the count remains 3-2.
So far, good at bat here by Hayden. Start the game off, get the count to full, see a lot of pitches. Really helps everybody else on the team be able to kind of see what the starter's got.
Outside is ball 4 and a leadoff walk and a base runner for the Indians. 7-pitch at bat, and Gilmore coaxes a walk, and here's Caleb Duncan. Caleb with a home run against Donovan.
Yeah, it's his last at bat. Maybe he can pick up where he left off again and just hit it hard somewhere.
Well, with the wind blowing out to left, any of these players that hit it up in this air, this breeze blowing out to left, has a chance. First pitch to Caleb is a breaking ball, and in there for a called strike. Beauty on the outside corner from Justice Lovelady.
Dexter's third baseman's playing in on the grass. I guess they're expecting possible sacrifice bunt here.
That may help Caleb if he turns on one. This one he has to turn out of the way of a ball high and inside.
It's a bold move down there. It's not where I'd want to play Caleb at, but to each their own.
1 ball, 1 strike to count to the Kennett senior catcher. Gilmore dances off first, does not go, and another high inside delivery is ball 2, 2-1. Lovelady walked Gilmore to start the inning. Hayden down at first base, and a 2-1 count now on the senior Caleb Duncan. The 2-1 pitch. This curveball is in there for a strike.
It's a good take. I really like that take from Caleb there. It's a kind of breaking ball, stays a little high. It's not a pitch he wants on a hitter's count there in 2-1. So
now 2-2. Lovelady again checks Gilmore at first. Gilmore goes. The pitch high and inside. The throw down to second. Offline. And Gilmore with a stolen base and a full count to Caleb Duncan. Kennett was something working here in the top half of the first. See if they can get that runner around. A walk, a stolen base, and a 3-2 count on Duncan. Caleb can give Kennett an early lead with a base hit. Lovelady checks Gilmore. The pitch, a swing and a miss, and Duncan goes down on strikes. Out number 1 in the inning, Cash Franklin, the Kennett third baseman, sophomore, comes to the plate. Now Booker, the first baseman, comes way in on the grass. Zane Franklin in the on-deck circle. See if Cash can hit one hard. Going is Gilmore. Throw down to third is in the dirt, and the third baseman Carrier had to block it to keep the ball going in the left field, and now Gilmore is at third base with a stolen base, and only one out
there.
Yes.
Yeah, he got a really good timing there on the pitcher, and maybe that's something we'll look at that one. Keep going forward, see if we can kind of take advantage of that. If Hayden found something, be able to relay that to his teammates.
0-1 to Cash Franklin. That pitch called a strike. First baseman Booker still in. Cash checks his swing. And this one, I believe, was called a ball. 1-1. Cash does a little groundwork inside that right-hand batter's box. Now the next pitch to Franklin. Swing, and he gets a piece of it and fouls it back to the screen. But now Franklin in the hole, 1-2. One out in the inning. Gilmore at third. Boy, it's very important, Lance, for Kennett get this run across here in the first inning.
One out right here. We got to find a way right here. I know we talk about it a lot, but you got to be able to drive that run in with less than 2 outs here.
The 1-2 pitch to Franklin. Swing and a miss. Couple of strikeouts by the Indians. And Lovelady is 1 out away from getting out of this inning without any damage done after Gilmore walks, steals second, and steals third. Now he's at third with 2 down, and Zane Franklin, the sophomore, will hit. First pitch to Zane. In the dirt, gets to the backstop. Here comes Gilmore racing toward the plate, and Kennett takes a 1-0 lead on the wild pitch. Boy, there's Hayden Gilmore about doing that one on his own there.
Yeah. And that's a good heads-up base running from there. That ball, typically the one that goes straight back here at Indian Park, it stays and you can't really advance, but that one hit and it kind of went up the fence a little bit, so Hayden got a great read and scored pretty easy.
Now base is empty, and this pitch is ball 2 to Zane Franklin. See if we can start another rally with 2 outs. FM Bank, your full-service, locally owned bank, one of our great broadcast sponsors, where they make all their decisions locally at FM Bank. This pitch is high, ball 3. 3-0 now to Zane Franklin.
Yeah,
Now, Coach Edwards is going to go out. He sends Miller, the catcher, back to home plate as he visits with Justice Lovelady. FM Bank, they have their personal, business, agricultural loans to FM Bank. People matter. Member FDIC. Just a sophomore, Lovelady, with 20 pitches already here in this inning. So the pitch count running up. Kennett with a run.
And I don't know what the conversation was about, but I know about the last probably 6 pitches he's missed in the upper part of that zone. And you can kind of got to live dangerously up there a little bit if that's where you want to stay. So I wonder if that's what Coach Edwards just went out there and talked to him about.
3-0 the count to Zane Franklin. Zane will probably take a pitch here. Caden Pruitt in the on-deck circle. The wind blowing out to left field. The 3-0 pitch to Franklin. Outside is ball 4 for a pitch walk. And Kennett with Zane Franklin on it first. And Zane with good speed for Caden Pruitt. Kennett DH coming to the plate. Kennett up 1-0.
See what we do here with Zane. See if we leave him.
Zane is dancing off at first. The first pitch a little bit low, ball 1. 1-0 to Pruitt. Haven't seen Lovelady make a move over to first base.
No.
Gilmore got really good jumps against Lovelady. Now the 1-0 pitch. Outside corner is a good fastball for a called strike, 1-1. Two down, a run in. Kennett up 1-0. Top of the first. This pitch a curveball. And Pruitt did not move. Almost hit him. That's ball 2. Dexter fans thought it might have been a strike, but that was clearly almost hit Caden, and he wasn't going to get out of the way of that one.
No.
He said, "I'll take my base."
Yeah, if you're going to get hit with one, a breaking ball on the backside's not.
Now they throw to first, as Franklin was just taking his lead and dives back in there. Got to be on your toes. Franklin takes his lead again. The 2-1 pitch, and again they throw to first. This time Zane back in there standing up. Jackson Patterson, one of the Kennett red-hot hitters in the on-deck circle for the Indians. If Caden Pruitt can reach here. The 2-1 pitch to Pruitt. Fouls this one down the right side. It's going to get out of play for strike 2. The tarp is on the softball field here at Indian Park as the
yes, it is.
Quarterfinal game scheduled against Clearwater here tomorrow afternoon. They are preparing for the rain, and hopefully we'll have that game underway. 2-2 with 2 outs to Caden Pruitt. A runner at first. Pruitt grounds it slowly toward third. Tough play for the third baseman. Scoops, throws to first, and the ball gets away. Now Zane is now heading to third, and the ball goes out of play. So down at second will be Caden Pruitt on the error by the Bearcats.
It don't look pretty tough in the
Oh,
beginning.
you're going to call that? You're going to call that a single, and then the throw was probably an error that let Franklin and Pruitt advance to third base.
I think he was going to beat that out because I think he hung it up in his glove. Caden.
So now a couple of runners in scoring position for the Indians, and 2 down. And the first pitch to Jackson Patterson is high for ball 1. Kennett up 1-0, threatening for more with 2 outs here in the first. Patterson checks his swing and takes that one for ball 2. 2-0.
So this is really where you got to capitalize on a team. You get a 2-out infield single with a throwing error, and you got runners at second and third. You got to find some way right here to capitalize on that gift.
2-0 pitch is high and inside, ball 3, 3-0. Lovelady is about to throw his 30th pitch of the opening inning. Kennett with 1-0 lead and a base hit. Could expand that lead for the Indians. Jackson Patterson at the plate. The Kennett senior takes his fastball on the outside corner for a called strike. 3-1 now to Patterson.
Yeah.
Two down, 3-1 pitch. Jackson loops it down to second, and Hankins is there. And that's the third out of the inning. Kennett scores a run, but strands 2 in the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the first. Dexter bats with Kennett leading 1-0.
Now is the time to get your air conditioner serviced for the warm days ahead. Let the experienced techs at Duncan Sheet Metal replace that old unit with a new high-efficiency unit to stay more comfortable during the upcoming warmer months. A new high-efficiency unit will pay for itself with the big savings you see on your utility bill. Turn to the experts at Duncan Sheet Metal today for service and installation. 601 Highway VV in Kennett.
Duncan Sheet Metal wishes Caleb Duncan and the entire Kennett Indian baseball team the best of luck this season.
Baker Implement Company and Case IH are proud to support area high school athletics.
The same way we have supported our customers and the community for 86 years.
Visit any of our 13 locations in Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas to experience the power of red and the service and support that has kept customers coming back since 1938.
Case IH and Baker Implement Company, supporting our community on the field and in your field.
Kennett senior left-hander Hayden Gilmore takes his warm-up tosses as we go to the bottom of the first inning. Saw Hayden after the graduation. He wanted a picture made with me, and I have no idea why, but I said, "Are you going to get the start against Dexter?" And he said, "Yes," and I had a terrible game the first time out early in the season. So Hayden was looking forward for a rematch. He did it on the base pass after a leadoff walk, stole second, stole third, scored on a wild pitch, and Kennett leads 1-0. And now Nolan Alford, the leadoff man for the Bearcats, right-handed hitter facing Hayden Gilmore. Hayden smokes a fastball in there, a little bit low, ball 1. Lovelady, the Dexter starter, pitch count went way up, a little over 30 pitches in his first inning of work. Ball 2 is low, too. The Dexter leadoff man. This guy can cause problems if he reaches the base pass. Kennett not thinking Nolan's going to pull Gilmore. They shade around to the right side. Here's a strike in there from Hayden Gilmore. Wind blowing out slightly to left field this afternoon at Indian Park. Ground ball to second. High hop there. Patterson to first, and the first man retired on the ground out. Nice job by Patterson getting the good high hop and throws to first. 1 out for the Bearcats, and the pitcher, Justice Lovelady.
So this is a great job on Jackson right there, that picking out that big hop and really coming and attacking the ball there. It really makes a big difference.
Lovelady.
Good accurate throw, too.
Right-handed hitter, just a sophomore. Good ball player. Takes ball 1 just low. Good speed for Justice. Bats slightly with an open stance. Gilmore's 1-0 pitch. This one's low, ball 2, 2-0. Harris Pharmacy, your locally owned pharmacy, one of our great broadcast sponsors right here in Kennett. MedSync, refill reminders, handy drive-through window, even free delivery in the Kennett city limits. See Harris Pharmacy. 2-0 is in there for a called strike on the inside corner. 2-1 now the count to Lovelady. Kennett up 1-0. We're in the bottom of the first inning. Kennett and Dexter. Semifinal of the Class 4 District 1. Pitch a little bit low, ball 3. 3-1 now the count to Lovelady. Bo Carrier in the on-deck circle for the Bearcats. We'll bat next. The 3-1 pitch to Lovelady. He hits a ground ball to Patterson at second. Jackson again over in time for out number 2. Couple of ground balls, and the Kennett senior Jackson Patterson handles them. So 2 down, nobody on for the Bearcats. And coming to the plate is Bo Carrier.
Yeah, that's another great play by Jackson. Again, picking out the big hops. Makes it a lot easier.
Carrier's got some power, big right-handed hitter. Stands in the box against the lefty Gilmore and swings and misses, strike 1. 2 down, nobody on for the Bearcats here in the bottom of the first inning. Next pitch from Hayden. Foul back to the backstop, and it's quickly 0-2 to Bo Carrier. Cleanup hitter Jackson Howard retrieves the baseball from the on-deck circle. Dexter in the first base box. If you're watching our video stream, both teams wearing white this afternoon. Curveball is a called strike, a beauty on the outside corner. 11 pitches for Hayden Gilmore, and he retires the Bearcats in the bottom of the first inning. Kennett leads 1-0, and they come to bat in the second right after this.
You all hear me tell the stories on our Glen St. ads, and I enjoy people coming to me and referring to certain stories. Some of these stories go way back. We will continue to tell stories, mention our troops, and telling our customers how much our families appreciate their business. Our people always look forward to seeing you. We want you to enjoy your visit. Best price, best service. Glen St. and God bless our troops.
Hey, this is Daryl Wilcoxon with Wilcoxon's Home Place on the South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri. We're getting new products in every week and would like to help you make your place a show place. Living room suites, recliners, including lift chairs, bedroom suites, mattress sets with adjustable bases, appliances, and TVs. We have several payment options available. Come see us at Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture and Appliance, 901 South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri. A family furniture tradition for over 70 years.
Top of the second inning, 7, 8, and 9 for the Indians. Owen Williams, Sam Porterfield, and Cade Anderson. Coach Lou Allen about took one going behind home plate. He's okay, and he'll trot down to the first base coach's box.
It takes a lot to hurt him down there. Oh.
Justice Lovelady, 31 pitches in his first inning of work. We'll start inning number 2. Wayne Chiropractic on St. Francis Street in Kennett, one of our great broadcast sponsors. Don't suffer from those aches and pains. See Dr. Chancellor Wayne, open Monday, Wednesday, and Friday each week. Wayne Chiropractic. Kennett senior first baseman Owen Williams, who pitched the beauty against Donovan.
Efficient.
Is
a good way to call that one, right? 28 or 29? I forgot which
28
one
pitches, 4 strikeouts, no walks, 2 hits.
Mm-hmm.
Leads off the second inning, and a ball from Justice Lovelady. Coming up next, it's Notre Dame and Fredericktown. I think both teams probably here at the ballpark already after they would have been on the road before we knew that we were going to be delayed this afternoon, but underway here. High ball 2. Kennett doing a good job laying off those high pitches. Yeah. It's 2-0 to Owen Williams.
Sometimes that high pitch is a little harder to lay off than you would think, but so far we're doing a good job.
Lovelady's 2-0 pitch is a breaking ball, and this one's outside for ball 3. 3-0 the count to Owen Williams. Gilmore led off the first inning with a walk, stole second, stole third, scored on a wild pitch. Now the 3-0 to Owen. A strike at the knees. Good pitch that time from Lovelady. Talented sophomore, the right-hander. 3-1 pitch to Owen Williams. Owen takes it high and outside, ball 4, and a leadoff walk again for the Indians and a base runner. And here comes Coach Edwards, and I think we're going to possibly have a pitching change as Neely's coming in from right field. We'll take a break. Tell you about the change as Lovelady will come out of the ball game. And it looks like Neely will come in to pitch for the Bearcats. Back with more from Indian Park right after this.
In Kennett, we know our community because we're a part of it. At Kennett Board of Public Works, we're local, just like you. That means we're just minutes away. With fast response times, we're here for emergencies, ensuring your internet is restored quickly. We offer reliable, high-speed internet to keep your home and business connected. Kennett Board of Public Works. We're your local team, keeping you connected. Here when you need us, always.
At First State Community Bank, we pride ourselves on our personal, friendly approach, and our commitment to the community makes us an effective business partner. That's why we're proud to announce that our efforts have earned us the title of Best In-State Bank for the state of Missouri, awarded by Forbes. We are incredibly grateful to our customers who allow us to be their trusted financial partner. Thank you for your confidence in FSCB and for this recognition as one of the best banks in the state. First State Community Bank. Success starts here. Member FDIC. Online at fscb.com.
Dexter makes a pitching change with nobody out here in the top of the second inning. Bo Carrier comes in from third base, and he takes his warm-up tosses. Neely comes from right field in to play third to replace Carrier in his defensive position. Lovelady goes from the mound out to right field. Looking at the pitching numbers for Lovelady, 36 pitches in the first inning, gave up 1 hit, 1 run, and walked 3, struck out 2. And now the second pitcher already. I know they were hoping that they would save Bo Carrier possibly, but get it out to a 1-0 lead, and the leadoff man reaching here in the second. No need to save your pitchers, and we've seen this so often in district play. You
can't save pitching in district play, you know. And I don't say it surprises me, but you know, you got a chance, especially if you got a guy there. You start seeing some signs of struggle, you better go get them early before it gets out of control on you. And so we'll see how this works out.
Sam Porterfield, the hitter for the Indians. Sam, a left-handed batter, and he's been impressive after he's started getting some playing time. Another one of those youngsters on this Kennett Indian Ball Club. Cade Anderson in the on-deck circle for the Indians. Bo Carrier, big right-hander. Out of the stretch, checks Williams with his lead at first. And a pitch. And a bunt right out in front of the plate. Beautiful play. Third baseman picks it up. Throws to first right over the head of Porterfield for the out. The sacrifice bunt, though, is good. And that moves Owen Williams down to second. Porterfield did it perfectly that time with the bunt.
Yeah, that was a great bunt from Sam right there. Tough play on the third baseman, man. He comes in running hard and almost threw it right in the back of Sam's helmet, but that's a tough play on the third baseman, but great bunt from Sam to get that runner in the scoring position here for Cade.
Cade Anderson, the hitter for the Indians. Williams at second with 1 down. Cade with a couple of fingers wrapped up on that throwing hand, top hand on the bat. First baseman Booker way in, and Cade takes the first pitch on the inside corner for a called strike. Cade has been putting the ball in play. We see him hit it often to the right side. He might hit it by the first baseman if he swings away. The 0-1 pitch inside almost hit Anderson, 1-1 the count.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad time right here for just kind of a C&I single right there through that 3-4 hole over there.
Big hole on the right side. The 1-1 pitch to Anderson from Bo Carrier. Ground ball right back to Carrier. He fields, look the runner back, and tosses to first for the out. Second out in the inning as Anderson grounds back to the pitcher, Bo Carrier.
Little PFP action there, right?
But that brings up Hayden Gilmore, 2 down and a runner in scoring position. So Gilmore started the ball game off with a walk and stole second, stole third, and then came home on a wild pitch. He can give Kennett a 2-1 lead or more if he hits one over the fence, and he'll stroke it to center field. Center fielder Alford comes up. The throw coming to the plate, and we're going to have a play at the plate. Nolan Williams is tagged out. Nolan's throw was right on the money, and that saved a run as Williams was thrown out at the plate Indians come up empty in the second. Dexter's turn when we return to Indian Park. Bottom of the second. Kennett leads 1-0.
At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we know that the days of parking your equipment in the shed after a long harvest and taking it easy for a while no longer exist. The business of farming is much more complex. We've been in the ag lending business for over 100 years, and we are ready to help your operation reach its best potential. We've got the loan and crop insurance products and the experience right here ready to serve you. We are your ag lender.
Your ag lender will always be there. Contact Matthew Poole or Nathan Creed at 888-6624.
Hi, I'm Judith Davis with Southeast Missouri State University, and it's never too early or too late to start your degree. Fall registration is open, and now's the time to take that next step toward your future. At our Kennett campus, you can earn a 4-year degree in psychology, agribusiness, education, or business with affordable options to fit your life. Call today to speak to an advisor about scholarships and financial aid, or visit us at 1230 First Street in Kennett or online at cmo.edu. CMO, your university, your hometown.
Skeeter-Kill Sporting Goods, one of our great broadcast sponsors for over 60 years, providing top-quality sporting goods to the region. Clothes, shoes, sporting equipment, uniforms, they do it all. See Roger and Chris and all the crew at Skeeter-Kill. When you think sports, think Skeeter-Kill. Base hit by Hayden Gilmore, just hit too hard, and the center fielder, Nolan Alford, made a strike throw to the plate. As Owen Williams was tagged out, he was thrown out about 5 feet to spare. Now Jackson Howard, the cleanup hitter, facing Hayden Gilmore. Ball one outside as Hayden retired the Bearcats 1-2-3 in the bottom half of the first inning. 1-0 pitch to Howard. This one's high, ball 2. Kennett leads 1-0. Wind blowing slightly out to left field here at Indian Park, but a pleasant afternoon after the rain showers moved through. The 2-0 pitch, low ball 3, 3-0 to Howard, the cleanup hitter. Gilmore's 3-0 pitch. There's a strike in there. Gilmore's 3-1. Misses inside, and a leadoff walk puts Howard on at first base. And here comes Jackson Miller, the catcher. Southern Bank, one of our great broadcast sponsors of Kennett Indian Baseball, serving Kennett and the surrounding areas with a full complement of banking services. Look to Southern Bank for loans of all types and check with them for some outstanding rates on a full range of CDs. Southern Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Howard, the base runner, down at first for Dexter. Miller, the batter. With nobody out in the second, Gilmore throws to first, and Howard slides back in safely. Franklin comes in at third in case Miller decides to lay down a bunt. Pretty good lead over there by Howard at first base. Gilmore misses outside, ball 1. Hayden steps off the mound and tries to regain his composure a bit. He was spot on in that first inning, but walked the leadoff batter. Now 1-0, the count to Miller. Ball 2 is high, 2-0. When Hayden gets in a groove, he can just pump strikes in there, but sometimes when he gets the timing off a little bit, that's when he starts to get a little bit wild.
Yeah, well.
2-0 pitch to Miller. This one's way outside, ball 3, 3-0.
You know, you got to kind of wonder, how you get up. You hit that base hit, you're kind of a little pumped up after that one, and maybe take a little emotion from the at-bat out there, but just settle in and more than capable. We saw it.
3-0 pitch is a strike. And Miller taking all the way on that one. Good to have you along. A radio broadcast, 98.7 WGCQ and AM 1540 KBOA. Mr. TV or video stream platform. This high, ball 4. A couple of walks in the inning, and Dexter with runners at first and second. Nobody down in the second. Connor Hankins, the second baseman, will hit. Now you got to look for a bunt if you're the Kennett Indians defensively, and here comes Owen Williams in at first. This has bunt all over it.
Yeah.
with Hankins at the plate.
They're in their bunt defense.
Gilmore, first pitch in there for a strike at the knees. Didn't see any indication of Hankins bunting that time.
No.
No balls, one strike to count to Hankins. Strikeout would be big here for Gilmore. Runners at first and second. Williams creeping in. Now he shows bunt, bunts it in the air. Foul down the first baseline. Now it's 0-2 to Hankins. He was trying to push it down the first baseline where Owen Williams was playing, but now he's in the hole 0-2. Owen still in with his feet on the grass down in first, playing in front of Miller, the base runner there. Howard, the runner at second. Gilmore's 0-2 pitch. Leg kick, and they'll look Howard back to second. Anderson's trying to sneak behind him there on that timing play, but didn't have daylight that time. No throw. Hayden again checks the runner at second. The 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball. Fouled off. Got a piece of it. Staying alive is Hankins.
The breaking ball early's been pretty good for Hayden here. He's, he got that punch out in the first with it, and he's got some weak contact here on the last two batters on it.
Double play would not be nice if you're a Kennett Indian fan here. 0-2. A strikeout would be good if you're an Indian fan, but it won't come here as ball one is way outside. 1-2. To Connor Hankins. Zane Franklin shadows over a bit to right field. Will Leaker is the right fielder for the Indians. Sam Porterfield in left field. Big gap in left center field. Defensively for Kennett. The 1-2 pitch to Hankins. High is ball two. 2-2. Both base runners reaching via the walk. Hayden with 15 pitches now in this inning. Pitch count was low in that first inning, but still nobody out in this second. And a 2-2 count on Hankins, trying to get the first out of the inning. Is Gilmore with a 2-2 pitch. High ball three, and the count goes full. The runner takes off from first, but nobody saw him. Miller thought it was ball four. He was halfway down to second base.
And that's kind of one of those tricky plays. Maybe you wonder if Caleb saw him, but nobody was there, or didn't want to throw in back there and give up the, the base. Just depends on how.
Now Hankins asked for time, and it's granted. 3-2 the count. 2 on, nobody out. We're in the bottom of the second inning. Kennett up 1-0, but Dexter threatening after a couple of walks here in the inning. The 3-2 pitch from Hayden Gilmore. Swing and a miss. There's out number one. Good fastball from Gilmore. That brings up Gibson Booker, first baseman, left-handed hitter facing Hayden.
And now we're a ground ball away from this thing.
Trey Pettigo, the shortstop in the on-deck circle for the Bearcats. Howard at second, Miller at first. The pitch to the plate is high, ball one to Gibson Booker. One and 0 the count to Booker. Hayden checks Howard down at second. Patterson tries to keep him close. A curveball almost hit Booker as he ducks out of the way with a batting helmet. It's 2-0 to Booker. Now time is called. They're going to go out and talk to the Kennett senior. Patterson's Auto Sales. We'll talk about them, one of our great broadcast sponsors on Highway 412, right near the fairgrounds entrance here in Kennett. Go see Trenton Patterson for that quality ride you've been looking for. He has some great-looking cars, trucks, SUVs. Trenton's worked for the big dealerships, and he knows the tricks of the trade, and he knows how to save you money. Go by and see him, talk to him, tell him what you're looking for, tell him what you're wanting, and you'll be glad you did. Don't buy before you see Trenton Patterson. And Patterson's Auto Sales. Coach New breaks up the conference on the mound, 2-0 to Gibson Booker, a lefty-on-lefty matchup here, and with runners at first and second, now one down, I know Indians want to take advantage of this matchup.
Yeah, I wonder if Coach New just went out there to maybe try to settle Hayden down just a little bit and just talk to him about what we got going on here. He's a ground ball away from getting out of this. We get a ground ball double play, we go in the dugout and forget all about it.
2-0 the count. One down to Gibson Booker with runners at second and first. Howard at second, Miller at first. Infield now playing back for the Indians with Booker at the plate. 2-0 pitch. There's a strike on the outside corner. Good pitch that time from Hayden. Keep it down there, you're not going to get hurt. Low and away to the left-handed hitter. Booker stands back in. Owen Williams playing behind Miller, the base runner at first. This pitch, outside corner, is called strike two. Another good fastball on the outside corner. 2-2 the count with one down here in the bottom of the second. Kennett leading 1-0. Howard at second base takes his lead. Miller at first taking his lead. Hayden Gilmore out of the stretch, checks the runner at second. Howard, the 2-2. Swing and a miss. There's out number two. Good inside fastball tied up Howard. He comes up empty, and now two down in the inning. And Trey Pettigo, the shortstop, will bat. Kennett outfield shifts back over to the right side with Zane Franklin shifting over there. With Booker, the left-handed hitter, Franklin was shaded over in left field.
Was it number two?
A pinch runner down at first base for the Bearcats. Courtesy runner for Miller, the catcher, with 2 outs. Gilmore's first pitch. Foul back to the backstop. Strike one. Trey Pettigo.
I know it's kind of you call it an obvious statement, but Hayden's got good enough stuff today. If he just goes right at these batters, he's going to be just fine.
Now the 0-1 pitch to Pettigo from Hayden Gilmore. Outside corner is a called strike.
There it is.
0-2 now the count to Pettigo. Kennett Sr., Hayden Gilmore. Trying to retire Trey Pettigo and get out of this jam in the second. The curveball is a swing and a miss, and that'll do it. After walking the first two, Gilmore strikes out the next three, and the Bearcats come up empty in the second. We go to the third. It'll be Caleb Duncan leading things off, followed by Cash Franklin and Zane Franklin. Indians lead 1-0. Back to Indian Park right after this.
Grab your clubs and tee up for a great cause. It's the Swinging for the Indians 4-person golf scramble, Friday, June 20th at the Kennett Country Club. Shotguns start at 1 p.m. Just $75 per player. Includes 18 holes, a cart, and a sack lunch, plus lots of whole prizes and side games. If you would like to sign up your team, call the Kennett Country Club Pro Shop and get signed up today. Swinging for the Indians, presented by the Kennett Country Club and the Kennett Indians Booster Club.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
See State Farm agent Greg Wilson in Kennett. Call 888-4913.
Thanks to all of our Kennett Indian broadcast sponsors as we go to the top of the third. Indians bat, leading 1-0, and Bo Carrier starts his second inning of work. He came in, retired the Indians on 5 pitches after coming in relief, pitched that second inning as he came in relief of Lovelady, the starter. Now Caleb Duncan will bat. A line drive base hit to center field by Hayden Gilmore. Owen Williams at second base tried to score on the play, but Nolan Alford, the center fielder, threw a strike to home, and Owen was tagged out easily on the play to end the top half of the second inning for the Indians. Now Caleb at the plate. Curveball is on the inside corner, called strike one. Wind blowing out to left field. Caleb, the Kennett Sr., swings and misses at this breaking ball in the dirt. It's quickly 0-2. Now to Duncan.
I bet he gets another one. What do you think here?
Yep, probably so. I don't think Caleb's going to get a fastball unless it's out of the zone. He did get a fastball and a foul tip into the mid. It's out number one here. And the top of the third innings, Caleb goes down on strikes. Now Cash Franklin will hit. Cash also a strikeout victim, his first at bat. That at bat against Lovelady. As Cash will try to get it started here in the third. Cash bounces 1-2 third. High hop for Neely. Sunday hop there, and he'll throw across to Booker in time for quickly out number two here in the inning. Again, Carrier's pitch count is super low.
Yeah, Sunday hop is a understatement on that one there.
Now Zane Franklin, the batter. Hayden Gilmore had the hardest hit ball by the Indians, or anybody in this ball game so far. Zane moves out of the way of a breaking pitch called strike one. 2 down, top of the third, and nobody on for the Indians. This breaking ball a little bit low to Franklin. Ultimate Fitness in Kennett, one of our great broadcast sponsors with 24-hour access. Work out on your own schedule at Ultimate Fitness. Swing and a miss. Zane had his foot in the bucket that time.
Yeah.
On the curve ball. And he'll probably see another one from Bo Carrier. 1-2 the count. The Kennett sophomore, Zane Franklin. Here's that breaking ball, but it misses low. Ball 2. 2-2 the count. Wind picks up a little bit, blowing out to left field. The 2-2 pitch to Franklin. Foul tip, and that got the home plate umpire right in the mask. Count remains 2-2, and Miller will go out and give the home plate umpire just a moment to shake off the cobwebs. You said this is a very experienced crew here today.
You got Mark Mars behind the plate. He was, and Richard Trout on the bases there. Trout's the assigner for the region, and Mark Mars has been calling baseball for a long, long time.
Another foul ball back to the screen. Count remains 2-2.
Two of the best in the area.
Umpires assigned for the district tournaments by the Activities Association. So they do the assignments of all the umpires. The 2-2, and Zane's going to pop this one out to right field. Lovelady comes in a few steps and makes the catch. 1-2-3. Indians retired in the third. Dexter bats, bottom of the third, trailing Kennett 1-0.
We are pioneers, dreamers, the ones they said would never make it, and the ones still trying. We're lifesavers, life changers, those who bring life to your world. We're where compassion meets precision and empowerment meets innovation. An expert system of care where love abounds so that God can do the impossible. We are NEA Baptist.
Now is the time to get your air conditioner serviced for the warm days ahead. Let the experienced techs at Duncan Sheet Metal replace that old unit with a new high-efficiency unit to stay more comfortable during the upcoming warmer months. A new high-efficiency unit will pay for itself with the big savings you see on your utility bill. Turn to the experts at Duncan Sheet Metal today for service and installation. 601 Highway VV in Kennett.
Duncan Sheet Metal wishes Caleb Duncan and the entire Kennett Indian baseball team the best of luck this season.
Bottom of the third we go. It'll be 9-1-2 for the Bearcats. Neely, Alford, and Lovelady. Carrier, if anyone can reach, and Hayden Gilmore starts his third inning of work. 37 pitches through 2 innings. Very efficient first inning. Walked the first couple of batters before striking out the side to get out of that jam of the second. Houston Neely, third baseman, will lead things off. Bentley Farms, one of our great broadcast sponsors, Wes and Chantel Bentley, are big Kennett Indian baseball fans. The Farms at Dudley, Missouri, but Kennett residents and always pulling for the Indians. The first pitch headed to the plate is a called strike at the letters to Houston Neely. Good crowd on hand at Indian Park this afternoon. Pleasant afternoon after the rain showers have moved through. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss and a high fastball. It's quickly 0-2 to Neely.
Yeah, we get a lot of that right there. You stay ahead, it makes it a lot easier to pitch.
The 0-2 pitch now. Outside corner is called strike 3. 3 pitches, and the first man retired. We'll go back to the top of the order, Nolan Alford.
You get strike 1 in that first pitch, the game changes for you out there.
Nolan grounded out to Jackson Patterson his first time up. Made a great play on a base hit by the pitcher, Hayden Gilmore, to throw out a runner at the plate. Foul ball over the screen is strike one to Nolan. Nolan, one of the receivers on that very talented Dexter Bearcat football team this year.
I feel like he's been there for a while.
Yes, he has. Year? I think so. Curveball is a little low, ball one. 1-1 the count to Alford.
Hayden's breaking ball's got really sharp action on it today. That one was a little low, but the rest of them have been really nice.
Next pitch, swing and a miss at a high fastball as Nolan went for one outside of the zone that time. From Hayden Gilmore. 1-2 the count to Nolan Alford. Strike call at the knees. Good pitch that time for Gilmore. And the first two batters retired here in the bottom of the third. Justice Lovelady will hit now for the Bearcats. Justice grounded out also to Jackson Patterson at second, his first at bat. 2 outs, nobody on here in the bottom of the third. 1-0 Kennett, and ball one to Lovelady. Justice, just a sophomore on this ball club. Ground ball this time to third. High hopper, Cash Franklin throws over to Owen Williams. 1, 2, 3 Bearcats go down in the third. We will go to the fourth. Kennett bats, and they lead 1-0.
Baker Implement Company and Case IH are proud to support area high school athletics.
The same way we have supported our customers and the community for 86 years.
Visit any of our 13 locations in Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas to experience the power of red and the service and support that has kept customers coming back since 1938.
Case IH and Baker Implement Company, supporting our community on the field and in your field.
You all hear me tell the stories on our Glen St. ads, and I enjoy people coming to me and referring to certain stories. Some of these stories go way back. We will continue to tell stories, mention our troops, and telling our customers how much our families appreciate their business. Our people always look forward to seeing you. We want you to enjoy your visit. Best price, best service. Glen St. and God bless our troops.
We are the visiting team today.
Top of the fourth we go, and Caden Pruitt will lead things off, followed by Jackson Patterson and Owen Williams. And Bo Carrier has been outstanding in 2 innings of work, 16 pitches, as he came in relief in that second inning. Kennett has only got 1 hit off of Bo, and that a base hit by Hayden Gilmore. Now Caden Pruitt, he had a hit his first time up, as Caden singled on a ground ball, a slow hit ball that Neely had to come in and tried to make a tough play, but Caden reached safely. Then the throwing error let the runner move on around. Kennett stranding a couple of runners in that first inning. Carrier gets the sign, and Pruitt's ready at the plate. We're underway in the fourth. And a hard-hit ground ball just foul outside of third. Caden turned on the fastball, but hit it foul. 0-1 now to the Kennett DH.
Carrier's been doing a good job of really mixing in that breaking ball. He's been starting a lot of these batters off with it. I would almost expect it to happen right here, especially as early as he was on that pitch.
Next pitch headed home to Pruitt. This one's a little bit low. For ball one, 1-1 the count. What you see from Carrier and all good pitchers, their arm angle is the same on the curveball and the fastball, and this curveball is popped up to second. Hankins, about in his tracks, will make the catch for out number 1 here in the inning, as Pruitt pops out to the second baseman for out number 1. That brings up Jackson Patterson for the Indians. Jackson popped out to the second baseman, Hankins, his first time up. He'll pop this one up, but this one's going to get out of play for strike 1.
I think you mentioned it earlier in the broadcast how Jackson's been swinging a pretty hot bat for the Indians.
Really
nice
has.
To keep it going here.
0-1 now to Patterson, and Carrier's pitch high and tight for ball 1. Family Counseling Center, another one of our great broadcast sponsors, FCC. We appreciate their sponsorship of our broadcast all season. Jackson fouls this one out of play. 1-2 now to Patterson. They have their behavioral health organization and also have their FCC primary care clinic. FCC. Patterson takes it low. Ball 2. 2-2 the count to Patterson. Batting with one out here in the top of the fourth. We're rolling right along from Indian Park this afternoon. Carrier back of the box. Or Patterson back in the box. And Carrier starts his windup. The pitch. Curveball hit toward third. Neely comes up and throws across for out number 2 in the inning.
Kind of bobbled it a little bit there. Thought we might be able to go ahead and leg it out, but came through with a good throw.
Brings up Owen Williams, Kennett Sr. Owen walked his first at bat. I think that was facing Lovelady, and now Carrier for the first time. He swings and fouls it off his leg. Strike one.
You know, with a guy like Carrier on the mound, being able to switch it up and throwing multiple pitches for strikes really forces the batter to come to the box with a plan.
And there's a line drive to center field, and that's going to get down for a 2-out single by Owen Williams. He had a plan, and that was to hit that one out to center field for a base hit.
I like that plan. Let's keep putting that one together.
That's a good game plan. Sam Porterfield, who walked his first at bat, will come to the plate for the Indians.
I know that's something Coach Anu talks to the hitters a lot about. Just don't go up there just thinking you're going to hit. Have a plan on what you're wanting, where you're wanting it at, and really look for those pitches.
Sam takes it low, ball 1. Now the base runner, Owen Williams, goes back to first after Miller blocked that ball. A little hard for Williams to see with Porterfield, the left-handed batter, and it's kind of scooted away from Miller, maybe a couple of feet, but not far enough to take off running on the pitch. Now the 1-0 pitch to Porterfield with 2 down, runner at first. Sam takes this one low for ball 2. Cade Anderson now in the on-deck circle for Kennett. Sam with a sacrifice bunt. Beautiful sacrifice bunt, his first time up. Now the 2-0 to Sam. Outside corner is a called strike. 2-1 now to Porterfield. Williams takes his lead, 2 down in the inning. The 2-1 to Sam Porterfield from Bo Carrier. Curveball inside is ball 3. 3-1 now to Porterfield. Booker holds Williams on at first. Now the 3-1 pitch to Porterfield. Fouls it off. Reached after that one and fouls it to the backstop. The count goes full to Porterfield, 3-2. So Williams will be off with a pitch. Kennett leading 1-0. We're in the top of the fourth inning. 2 down in the inning. And Owen Williams takes his lead. He will take off to second with a pitch to Porterfield at the plate from Bo Carrier. There goes the runner. There goes a ground ball to first. And Booker will step on the bag. And the inning comes to an end for the Indians. They strand a runner. Come up empty in the fourth. It's 1-0 Kennett as Dexter bats. Bottom half of the inning right after this.
Hey, this is Daryl Wilcoxon with Wilcoxon's Home Place on the South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri. We're getting new products in every week and would like to help you make your place a show place. Living room suites, recliners, including lift chairs, bedroom suites, mattress sets with adjustable bases, appliances, and TVs. We have several payment options available. Come see us at Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture and Appliance, 901 South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri. A family furniture tradition for over 70 years.
Heart of the order due up for the Bearcats. 3, 4, and 5. Carrier, Howard, and Miller. Hankins, if anyone can reach. Southern Bank, one of our great Kennett Indian broadcast sponsors. Proud to serve Kennett and the surrounding areas with a full complement of banking services. Look to Southern Bank for loans of all types and check with them for some outstanding rates on a full range of CDs. Southern Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Gilmore with 46 pitches through 3 innings. Had a very efficient third. Throw goes down to second, and Bo Carrier comes to the plate. Dexter, pitcher, first time up, was a strikeout victim facing Hayden Gilmore. 3, 4, and 5 in the order for the Bearcats here in the bottom of the fourth, and Kennett leading 1-0. The run coming in the top of the first. Line drive to center field. Best hit ball by the Bearcats is a leadoff single by Bo Carrier. It's a line drive right back up the middle. Didn't try to do too much with it. So Carrier is on at first, and here's Jackson Howard. Jackson walked his first at bat against Gilmore.
You know, Cash is playing the step on the grass right here.
Cleanup hitter for the Bearcats, right-handed hitter at the plate. Howard takes a strike in there from Hayden Gilmore. Kennett outfield pretty much straight away. Sprinkling shade just a touch over to the right side. The cleanup hitter, Jackson Howard. Carrier takes his lead, and a token throw over there by Gilmore. The runner back safely.
You know, I don't think we're expecting bunt here, but I think we're prepared for bunt. Maybe that's a good way to say it.
0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. A big cut by Howard, and he comes up empty, and it's 0-2. Hayden Gilmore again checks the runner. The 0-2 pitch. A swing and a miss, and Howard goes down on strikes for out number 1 here in the fourth. Now Jackson Miller will hit. Jackson also walked his first at bat after Howard and Miller reached. Gilmore got out of the jam, but striking out the side. Leadoff single here puts Bo Carrier down at first base. Now he's there with 1 out. Wind's still blowing out slightly to left field. Courtesy runner coming in for the pitcher down at first base for the Bearcats. Running for Bo Carrier. Gilmore checks the runner. Hayden's pitch. Fouled out of play. Strike 1. 1-0 Kennett. Kennett's run coming with a leadoff walk by Hayden Gilmore. He stole second, he stole third, and scored on a wild pitch, and that's been it in the run columns today. Now the 0-1 hit it home, fouled out of play, and it's quickly 0-2 on Jackson Miller. FM Bank, your full-service, locally owned bank where they make all their decisions locally, personal, business, agricultural loans to FM Bank. People matter. Member FDIC. 0-2. Curveball stays high. Ball 1 to Jackson Miller. One and two, the count to Miller. Hayden's pitch outside, a curveball backhanded there by Duncan, keeps the runner at first. And 2-2 now the count on Miller.
It's a good stop there by Caleb. That one could have been trouble.
Courtesy runner for the pitcher takes his lead at first. The 2-2 pitch is high and outside, ball 3. Hayden was ahead 0-2, and now the count goes full 3-2. Hankins, the second baseman in the on-deck circle. Kennett would take a double play here and go grab the bats and hit in the fifth. The 3-2 pitch. Fouled out of play. Count remains 3-2. Miller fouls it over the backstop. Good crowd from Dexter here this afternoon. Good crowd from Kennett here. Notre Dame bringing folks in. They'll file into the bleachers for game 2.
Might be the most people I've saw out there in left field.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Strolled, strike 3 at the knees. That one caught the knees, and Hankins caught looking for out number 2 in the inning. The runner at first brings up Connor Hankins now. Second baseman for the Bearcats. He was a strikeout victim facing Gilmore, his first at bat. 2 down and a runner at first here in the bottom of the 4th. First pitch from Hayden inside, ball 1.
That's a big out right there. Really kind of changed the dynamics of what all can happen, what all you do situationally.
Now time is called by Caleb Duncan, the catcher.
Pitch com problems. I don't know. Just
1-0 the count to Hankins. Evidently they're still trying to work out all the details, and now Hankins gets time, steps out of the box. 1-0 the count. Gilmore with a pitch. A little bit low, ball 2. 2-0. 1-0 ball game. The winner's season continues, and they'll play in the championship game. The loser's season will come to an end here at Indian Park this evening. Now the 2-0 pitch. Strike at the knees. 2-1. Pretty good lead at first base by the base runner. Pitch a little bit low, ball 3. 3-1. Two down, runner at first for the Bearcats. Strike on the outside corner. The count now full to Connor Hankins. The runner will now leave with the pitch. Gilmore quickly comes into the stretch, checks the runner. The 3-2. Outside and low, ball 4. Now Dexter with a runner in scoring position with 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And the lefty, Gibson Booker, will bat.
Booker was strikeout victim the last time.
Lefty on lefty matchup here. Hayden fell behind Booker, but then worked back to strike him out. Hankins trying to throw off Gilmore as he dances off first. This ball hits sky high out in the right field where Will Leaker looks up into the clouds and makes the catch for out number 3. Couple of runners stranded for the Bearcats. Indians lead 1-0, and they bat in the 5th when we return to Indian Park right after this.
In Kennett, we know our community because we're a part of it. At Kennett Board of Public Works, we're local, just like you. That means we're just minutes away. With fast response times, we're here for emergencies, ensuring your internet is restored quickly. We offer reliable, high-speed internet to keep your home and business connected. Kennett Board of Public Works, we're your local team, keeping you connected. Here when you need us, always.
At First State Community Bank, we pride ourselves on our personal, friendly approach, and our commitment to the community makes us an effective business partner. That's why we're proud to announce that our efforts have earned us the title of Best In-State Bank for the state of Missouri, awarded by Forbes. We are incredibly grateful to our customers who allow us to be their trusted financial partner. Thank you for your confidence in FSCB and for this recognition as one of the best banks in the state. First State Community Bank. Success starts here. Member FDIC. Online at fscb.com.
Top of the 5th we go. It'll be 9-1-2 for the Indians. Kate Anderson, Hayden Gilmore, and Caleb Duncan. Harris Pharmacy, your locally owned pharmacy on 1st Street in Kennett. They have the MedSync, refill reminders, handy drive-through window, and free delivery in the Kennett city limits. See Darren Harris and his great staff at Harris Pharmacy. Bo Carrier has been outstanding. 3 innings pitched, 32 pitches so far in the ball game. After coming in relief in that 2nd inning, Kate Anderson comes to the plate. Now for Kennett, trying to get things started in the 5th, he grounded back to the pitcher, his first at bat. As we approach 6 o'clock here at the ballpark, we were delayed till almost 5 o'clock before we got started, about 4:55, I believe. Exact time by the official scorekeeper sitting next to me. Ball 1 to Anderson is low from Bo Carrier.
I did not have the official start time wrote down, but you're probably pretty close right there. We were trying to figure out what it should be down there.
1-0 pitch to Cade is also, this one's in there at the knees. 1-1. Carrier's really worked the strike zone. Nice breaking ball. There it is, that breaking ball, and it's low in the dirt. Back to the screen, ball 2, 2-1. Want to get some runners on in front of Hayden Gilmore. That's certainly the case. And Kate Anderson with good speed. Cade again injured his throwing hand. He got hit trying to bunt the ball. And that victory over Donovan. But he's throwing the ball well at shortstop. Now the 2-1 pitch. Cade fouls it off, 2-2 the count. Gilmore and Duncan to follow for the Indians. Looking for some insurance here as we play in the 5th. Kennett leading 1-0. The run coming in the top of the 1st for the Indians. The 2-2. Again, Cade fouls it out of play and stays alive, 2-2.
Cade's doing a good job there, kind of spoiling some good pitches from Carrier. Just having a good at-bat right here. I'd like to finish it with even a little exclamation point, a little base hit here.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Anderson as he leads off the 5th for the Kennett Indians. Carrier, long look, out of the windup. The pitch. Curveball is low, ball 3. 3-2 as the Kennett sophomore Cade Anderson has worked the count full as we approach 6 o'clock here at the ballpark this afternoon. The 3-2 to Cade Anderson. And inside is ball 4. Leadoff walk by Anderson, and Hayden Gilmore comes to the plate. Radio broadcast on KBOA AM 1540 Kennett, 98.7 WGCQ FM Haytime Kennett. Hayden Gilmore officially 1 for 1. He's walked. He stole second. He stole third, scored on a wild pitch, and he singled his last at bat. And Owen Williams was thrown out trying to score from second base. Now Anderson at first. And Hayden takes a curveball for strike 1 at the knees on the outside corner from Bo Carrier.
It's a good take by Hayden. I know he didn't really like it, but it was a 0-0 curveball for a take. That's pretty good.
Booker holds the runner on, a big hole on the right side of the infield. If Hayden hits it that way, and he does, right through that hole to right field for a base hit. Anderson stops at second as Lovelady gets it in, and the first 2 aboard. And Hayden Gilmore 2 for 2 here against the Bearcats this afternoon.
Yeah, Hayden really off to a good start here today, and doing everything he can to help himself out on the mound. So.
Caleb Duncan bats. The Kennett senior struck out his first 2 at-bats. Caleb with a big home run that gave us that 15-run lead and that win over Donovan. Now the first baseman, Booker, will come in, maybe expecting a bunt by Duncan here. Bo Carrier steps off the mound, and he will talk to his catcher, Miller. That'll give me a chance to tell you that Wayne Chiropractic, one of our great broadcast sponsors on St. Francis Street in Kennett, accepting new patients. They also accept Missouri Medicaid, DOT physicals. They do them all. Don't suffer from those aches and pains. See Dr. Chancellor Wayne, open Monday, Wednesday, and Friday each week. Wayne Chiropractic. Let's go, Caleb. Big hit here with 2 on, nobody out in the 5th. Kennett leading 1-0 would be big. And Caleb jumps out of the way of an inside fastball, ball 1.
It's a big at-bat here for Caleb.
Booker in at first. Neely also in at third. The 1-0 pitch, and Caleb hits it out toward right field. Lovelady has a bead on it. He'll catch it. Anderson tags, but Lovelady, a good strong throw, and it's a one-hopper into third, but the pitcher backing up the play as he should, and the runners will not advance on a fly ball out by Caleb Duncan. Lovelady's got a pretty good arm out there in right field. Yeah, so that was pretty evident that time. Cash Franklin, the Kennett sophomore. See if Cash can come up with a big hit here. He has struck out and grounded out to third so far in the ball game. Anderson, the base runner at second. Gilmore, the runner at first. And again, Booker way in, like he's protecting against the bunt. Cash takes a curveball inside, ball 1. One-0 pitch now to Franklin. Cash pops this one up on the infield. Infield fly rule, batter's out, and the shortstop, Pedigo, will take care of that one for out number 2 as Cash pops out. To the shortstop, now it's up to the Kennett cleanup hitter, Zane Franklin. After Anderson reached and Gilmore singled First and second, and that's where they still are here in this fifth. Couple of pop-outs for the Indians. Zane is 0 for 1. Now is a good time for that first hit of the ball game for Zane, and he'll take a curveball in there for strike one at the knees.
Again, with as much speed as on the bases here, you got to think a ball in the gap or ball to the outfield grass. We're going to try to score 2. I think we can.
0-1 to Zane. He'll take this one low and outside, ball 1. Caden Pruitt in the on-deck circle. He has one of the Kennett hits here in the ball game this afternoon. 2 on, 2 out for the Indians, leading 1-0 in the top of the fifth inning. The 1-1 to Zane Franklin from Bo Carrier. Strike call this time at the knees. 1-2 now to Zane. He'll have to protect. Pettigo plays behind Anderson, trying to keep him close down at second. Gilmore, the base runner at first, with Booker behind him. And here's a ground ball toward first. Pitcher's going to have to cover, and Carrier does, and just beats Zane Franklin to the bag for out number 3. Kennett strands 2 more. They come up empty in the fifth. They lead 1-0. Dexter bats when we return to Indian Park, bottom of the fifth, right after this.
At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we know that the days of parking your equipment in the shed after a long harvest and taking it easy for a while no longer exist. The business of farming is much more complex. We've been in the ag lending business for over 100 years, and we are ready to help your operation reach its best potential. We've got the loan and crop insurance products and the experience right here ready to serve you. We are your ag lender.
Your ag lender will always be there. Contact Matthew Poole or Nathan Creed at 888-6624.
Southern Bank is one of our great Kennett Indian broadcast sponsors. They're proud to serve Kennett and the surrounding areas with a full complement of banking services. Look to Southern Bank for loans of all types. You can check with them for some outstanding rates on a full range of CDs. Southern Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Due up, it'll be 8-9-1 for the Bearcats. Trey Pettigo, then followed by Neely, and back to the top of the order in Alford. Hayden Gilmore, 64 pitches through 4 innings of work. Throw down to second, and we're ready for the bottom of the fifth inning. Trey Pettigo, the Bearcats shortstop, with a strikeout victim, his first at bat, facing Hayden Gilmore. He leads off the fifth inning. Boy, what a ball game this has been. The winner moves on to the championship game, scheduled Wednesday at 4:30 here at Indian Park. Hayden gets the sign. Pitch to Pettigo. Breaking ball and a swing and a miss.
Really good pitch. What does that put him at now, pitch count?
65. So he works here in the fifth. The 0-1. Breaking ball and another swing and a miss. And that's quickly 0-2 to Pettigo. He may get another breaking ball after the first 2 from Hayden. Kind of tied up the right-handed hitting shortstop for the Bearcats. Hayden's 0-2. This breaking ball is outside, ball 1. 1-2 the count.
You were correct on the pitch call.
1-2. Pettigo takes it low, ball 2, and now count even 2-2. No, Hayden likes to be careful with 2 strikes, but sometimes it's great to retire that batter early in the count. Swing and a miss and a nasty curveball and into the mid of Caleb Duncan for out number 1.
And that makes strikeout number 10, if my counting's correct.
10 strikeouts in the ball game, and I'll check my unofficial stats here
9.
for Hayden. 9 strikeouts.
I was off
1 hit, 9 strikeouts. He's walked 3 so far in the ball game, and here's strike 1 to Houston Neely. Well, Hayden wanted a little revenge against the Bearcats. Didn't think he pitched a very good outing at Dexter early in the season. This ball out of the zone, ball 1, 1-1 the count. He's done just that, but Kennett's only managed 1 run, and that was by Hayden Gilmore in the first inning. Not a home run, ball 2. Leadoff walk, stole second, stole third, and scored on a wild pitch, and that's it. in the scoring column in this one. The 2-1 pitch. This one's high ball 3. 3-1 to Houston Neely. Top of the order, Nolan Alford in the on-deck circle for the Bearcats. Will also bat this inning. 3-1 to Neely. Ground ball to third, a high hopper. Cash gets it and fires to first. In, plenty of time for the out. 2 down in the inning. Now back to the top of the order. Alford will bat. Nolan 0 for 2 this afternoon. He grounded out to second and struck out his second at bat facing Hayden Gilmore. First pitch, curveball, a little bit high, ball 1.
It's really big to make sure you get that 9-hole batter, so especially to get that second out of the inning so you don't roll over the top of the lineup with less than 2 outs.
Swing and a miss at a fastball, evens the count 1-1. Hayden's up to 76 pitches here in the ball game. He wants to get out number 3 and try to go the distance in this one, but he's going to have to be efficient. Ball 2 is low, 2-1, the count to Alford. All the pitchers available, though, for Kennett. This ball hit pretty well to left field. Going back on it is Porterfield, and it's going to go over his head. Sam will pick it up at the fence and throw it back in. And a 2-out double by Nolan Alford. He gave that one a ride to left field. Porterfield looked like he might have a shot at that, but kind of delayed getting back on it, and that let the ball get over Sam's head. But well hit by Alford. Now Lovelady will hit. Lovelady started the ball game on the mound. He's grounded out to second and grounded out to third. He bats with 2 down and the tying run at second base here in the 5th. Foul ball out on the softball field, strike 1. Kennett up 1-0. Hang on tight, folks. Winner will play in the championship game, and the loser's season will end. The 0-1 pitch. Strike at the knees. And it's 0-2 to Lovelady.
Pitch. We're going to get him right here, then the double kind of can get erased.
2 down, runner at second for the Bearcats. The bottom of the 5th, the 0-2 pitch to Lovelady. Breaking ball is in the dirt. Duncan blocks it. Keeps Alford, who has great speed, down at second base, right there at second. 1-2 the count. Kennett get out of this inning without that tying run scoring with 2 down after a 2-out double by Nolan Alford. Anderson tries to keep him close down there. The 1-2 pitch, fouled back to the screen. Lovelady stays alive, fouls it straight back. 1-2, the count remains to Justice Lovelady, the sophomore for the Bearcats. One and two, the count. Hayden, a long look in at the plate. Now Lovelady will take time. I think Hayden was trying to freeze him a little bit there. Now the 1-2 pitch to Lovelady. Now they'll look the runner back. Alford had a big lead. He had to slide back in there head first, but no throw.
It was 2 steps and a jump on that one, wasn't it?
Anderson was sneaking behind Nolan. Again, a big lead down at second. The 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball slowly hit down toward third. Cash has it. On the run, throws a strike to first base. And the Indians get out of the inning. 1-0 Indians. We go to the 6th. And Kennett bats when we return to Indian Park right after this.
Hi, I'm Judith Davis with Southeast Missouri State University, and it's never too early or too late to start your degree. Fall registration is open, and now's the time to take that next step towards your future. At our Kennett campus, you can earn a 4-year degree in psychology, agribusiness, education, or business with affordable options to fit your life. Call today to speak to an advisor about scholarships and financial aid, or visit us at 1230 First Street in Kennett or online at cmo.edu. CMO, your university, your hometown.
Grab your clubs and tee up for a great cause. It's the Swinging for the Indians 4-person golf scramble, Friday, June 20th at the Kennett Country Club. Shotgun start at 1 p.m. Just $75 per player. Includes 18 holes, a cart, and a sack lunch, plus lots of whole prizes and side games. If you would like to sign up your team, call the Kennett Country Club Pro Shop and get signed up today. Swinging for the Indians, presented by the Kennett Country Club and the Kennett Indians Booster Club.
Top of the 6th we go. It'll be Caden Pruitt, Jackson Patterson, and Owen Williams due up for the Indians, facing Bo Carrier, who has been double tough on the mound. Came in relief in the second inning, got all 3 outs, thrown 49 pitches through 4 innings of work. See if the Indians can get a little insurance here in the 6th inning. Skeeter Hill Sporting Goods, one of our great broadcast sponsors. For over 60 years, they've been providing top-quality sporting goods to the region. Clothes, shoes, sporting equipment, uniforms, they do it all. See Roger and Chris and all the crew at Skeeter Hill year in and year out. One of our great broadcast sponsors of Kennett Indian Sports. Caden Pruitt's 1 for 2 this afternoon. Infield hit down the third baseline. He's popped out to second. Pruitt, Patterson, and Williams.
It sounds like there's a hit in there somewhere, doesn't it?
I think so.
I think there's one in there.
Sam Porterfield, if anyone can reach, here in the 6th. Bo Carrier's first pitch, and this one's popped out to left field. Going back out there is Howard, but he's under it for out number 1. 1 pitch and 1 out. Carrier has been so efficient out there on the mound. Now Jackson Patterson will bat. Jackson is 0 for 2, the Kennett senior. Popped out to second. He's grounded out to the third baseman, Neely, in this ball game. Strike 1 on the inside corner to Jackson Patterson. 1 down, nobody on here in the 6th inning. At Indian Park, Kennett leads 1-0. The 0-1 pitch. Slowly hit down the first baseline. It is going to bounce over the bag, and stepping on the bag is Booker. And they're going to say foul ball. Looked like it bounced right over the bag, but the home plate umpire said it missed the bag, and that gives Jackson Patterson a new life. He'll have an 0-2 count.
Whew, that was close.
Oh, I thought it went right. I thought it might hit the bag when it was going down there. Booker fields it a couple of steps behind the bag.
That gives us a little new life right there, Jackson.
Yeah.
How you?
Now give him a rip, Jackson.
Yeah.
Kennett senior. 1 out, nobody on, top of the 6th inning. Runs have been scarce in this ball game. Kennett with a run in the first, and that's been it. Jackson takes a curveball in the dirt. Ball 1, 1-2 the count.
It kind of seems to be a trend with Dexter when we play Dexter, right?
Except in the SEMO Conference tournament, and that was not pretty in the first inning.
Just scored in the first inning, but then nothing after
but then
that,
they didn't score after that. The 1-2 pitch. Fouled out of play. Protecting that time was Patterson on the curveball.
Good job.
See some teams starting to warm up, some out in the outfield of the softball field, which has the tarp on it. Players out in the outfield over there are warming up. 1-2. It's the next game following this one, the other semifinal. Inside is ball 2, 2-2 as Jackson takes that one. Notre Dame and Fredericktown in the other semifinal. Championship game is scheduled for Friday afternoon at 4:30 here at Indian Park. The 2-2 to Patterson. Outside corner is called, strike 3. 2 down here in the 6th, and Owen Williams will bat. Owen, the Kennett senior, is 1 for 1. He walked and singled on a fly ball out to center field, his last at bat. See if we can get something going with 2 outs. Sam Porterfield in the on-deck circle for the Indians. Carrier's pitch to Owen. Curveball. Strike 1. They had to bring Bo Carrier in after Kennett took the 1-0 lead and was threatening to break the game open. Carrier's kind of settled things down, but here's another 2-out hit by Owen Williams. Way to go, Owen. Bobbled by Howard just a bit out and left, but stopping at first is Owen Williams, the 2-out single.
Good job, Owen.
Second hit of the ball game for Owen. Now Sam Porterfield. Sam had a beautiful sacrifice bunt, his first at bat. He's grounded out to the first baseman. Left-handed hitter. Booker again holding the runner on at first. So there's a big hole on the right side of the infield. Sam hits it that way, and we've seen him do that often. Kennett youngster takes ball one just off the plate. Cade Anderson in the on-deck circle for Kennett. 2 down, top of the 6th inning.
Sam is he is the only player on this team that I got to coach in baseball.
Throw to first, no one back in there safely.
Had a really good year for us last year.
A lot of youngsters
getting
playing experience this year mixed in with these seniors. Now the 1-0 pitch to Porterfield. Sam strokes it to center field, and this is going to drop in for a hit. Back-to-back hits by the Indians as they have something working here with 2 down in the 6th. That's what you get. I mean, he just puts it in play. He squares it up, doesn't try to do too much with it. Little fly ball that drops in front of the center fielder. 2 on, 2 outs for Cade Anderson. Courtesy runner coming on or a pinch runner coming on for Owen Williams down at second base. Cade has walked and grounded back to the pitcher in the ball game. Again, Cade got hit on a bunt attempt on his fingers, has those taped up, but that's his throwing hand, and doesn't seem to bother him out there at shortstop.
He's been playing pretty well.
His mother said he had x-rays, and they came back negative, and he was out practicing yesterday. Infield in at the corner is Booker, the first baseman. We've seen Cade slap a few out to the right side. See a little bloop hit over the first baseman's head. And watch these runners go around the base pass. Porterfield at first. And who'd you say the pinch runner
Parrish
was?
Dixon.
Dixon, the runner at second for the Indians.
It's just kind of been a spot where we've needed a little boost here, get some runners on, and then kind of get a timely hit to go with it.
Well, and Hayden Gilmore will bat if Anderson can reach here with 2 down in the 6th, and that would be big. Curveball, and Anderson, a good cut, fouls it straight back to the backstop. Strike 1. Kennett leads 1-0. 2 down here in the top of the 6th inning. Carrier checks the runner at second. The pitch to Anderson. Cade strokes it, but foul. Turned on it a little too quick and hit it foul down the left field line. Well, that would have been
got a little excited up here, didn't we?
That's in my no view zone there.
I had to get in to check my extra.
It looked good off the bat, but
yeah,
Cade knew that he was out in front of it, and he's down in the count 0-2 with 2 down, 2 on. Carrier with the pitch to Anderson. Outside is ball 1. Cade wouldn't go for it. 1-2 the count.
Again, a lot of space in the left center field gap, too, kind of shading the line.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Anderson. Runners at first and second for the Indians. Bo Carrier looks the runner back to second without a throw. Kennett leads 1-0. The lone run coming in the top of the first inning. 1-2 to Anderson. Inside, almost hit Cade, and that's ball 2.
That's the one that got a piece of the shirt, didn't it?
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and 2 runners on. Here in the top of the 6th inning. Gilmore on deck, and now time is taken by Cade Anderson. Now Cade steps back in the box. That gives Carrier a chance to take a deep breath. Big part of this ball game right here. Important pitch coming to the plate. 2-2 with 2 outs to Anderson with 2 runners on and a 1-0 ball game. And Cade is hit by that one, and he takes his base. Hit him on the shoulder, and the bases are loaded for Hayden Gilmore.
Got him that time, didn't it?
Just nicked him on the shoulder. Now Hayden Gilmore is 2 for 2 this afternoon for the Indians. The senior has walked. He singled on a line drive to center and singled on a ground ball between second and first and to right field. Infield backs up with 2 runners down, or 2 outs in the inning, and the base is loaded for Kennett. Let's go, Hayden. Strike on the outside corner. Not the one that Hayden wanted there, but a good pitch from Carrier for strike one. Carrier's next pitch to Gilmore. Hayden strokes it to right field. The right fielder, though, is right there, Lovelady, for out number 3. Indian Strand, the bases loaded. Hard hit ball by Gilmore, but Lovelady a couple of steps to his left, and that's out number 3. 3 runners stranded. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Kennett leads 1-0. Dexter bats when we return right after this.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number 1, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number 1 is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
See State Farm agent Greg Wilson in Kennett. Call 888-4913.
We are pioneers, dreamers, the ones they said would never make it, and the ones still trying. We're lifesavers, life changers, those who bring life to your world. We're where compassion meets precision and empowerment meets innovation. An expert system of care where love abounds so that God can do the impossible. We are NEA Baptist.
1-0 Indians. It'll be the heart of the order due up for the Bearcats. Carrier, Howard, and Miller, 3, 4, and 5. Important stretch of this ball game right here for Hayden Gilmore with 83 pitches. Bo Carrier's 1 for 2. Had a base hit his last at bat facing Gilmore. See what Hayden can do here. So we start working the bottom of the 6th inning. Great to have you along this afternoon for Kennett Indian Baseball. First pitch from Gilmore. Breaking ball is inside, ball 1. All the pitchers available for the Indians. The question was asked, who will they go to? I'm not sure. Normally it would be Cade Anderson, but with Cade's injury to his fingers, there's a strike call. I'm not sure if Cade would get the call in the semifinal game. The 1-1 pitch from Gilmore. Breaking ball is smashed down the line,
what
and
a
it
catch.
is caught by Cash Franklin. Cash robs Bo Carrier. Cash has made some plays down at third base. That time the line drive, and Cash was up to the task for out number 1. Now Jackson Howard. Jackson's 0 for 1 this afternoon. He has walked and struck out facing Gilmore. Happy gets a strike on the outside corner.
It's a big momentum play there from Cash. He's made a lot, like you said, made a lot of dandy plays. That one kind of big time right there.
Next pitch from Gilmore, fouled off toward the Dexter dugout. Strike 2, a late swing that time by Howard. Hayden's mom will call him Happy, so I'm going to call him Happy in the last part of this ball game. Happy's ahead 0-2 on Jackson Howard. Hayden's pitch outside, ball 1. Kind of wasted one there. Great play by Cash Franklin. That would have been a double by Carrier. That was smoked right down the third baseline.
Shift too on that.
The 1-2 pitch. Curveball is fouled off, and Howard stays alive, 1-2. Miller, the catcher, in the on-deck circle for the Bearcats. 1-0 Kennett. Bottom of the 6th inning, 1 down, nobody on. The 1-2 pitch to Howard. Swing and a miss. Howard goes down on strikes for out number 2 in the inning. 2 down, and Jackson Miller comes to the plate. Hayden at 91 pitches now in the ball game.
That was the 10th strikeout. I double-checked it this time.
10 strikeouts now for Gilmore. Miller takes ball 1 high. Hayden, his last at bat, hit the ball right on the nose, lined out to right field with the bases loaded. Here's a strike call in there. He has not let it affect him at all as he went to work on the mound here in the 6th. 1-1, the count to Miller in the dirt. Ball 2, 2-1.
I know you've mentioned this before, in conversations with Hayden, but, he's made multiple comments about how much he wants to get revenge on this Dexter team. Like you said, he felt he didn't have his best stuff.
Line drive is going to be a base hit to right field. Leaker will get it and get it back in. A 2-out hit by Jackson Miller as he went the opposite way with the line drive. Big hit there by Miller. Keeps the inning alive. And that brings up Connor Hankins, the second baseman. Connor this afternoon has struck out and walked. Hayden's pitch count now at 95. See if he can get out of this 6th inning. Outside, ball 1 to Connor Hankins. The aces on the mound for both of these ball clubs, but both teams have some very effective pitchers available. Short lead by Miller at first. The pitch, strike on the outside corner. Evens the count 1-1.
You said 97
for Hayden.
Pitches and still have first inning velocity from Hayden.
Swing and a miss. That's strike 2 on Connor Hankins. Let's go, Hayden. Runner at first is Miller, who singled on a line drive over Patterson's head to right field with 2 down. Now time is called, and the batter, Hankins, will go down and visit. Been a pleasant afternoon after that little shower move through, storms, some thunder, and our ground crew put the tarp on the field.
So you could
He's
say
also the PA announcer and the color commentator and the official scorebook keeper, along with several other helpers. Now the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. That'll do it for the 6th inning, and the Bearcats. 99 pitches for Hayden Gilmore, and he gets out of the jam. No runs allowed for Hayden as we go to the 7th. It'll be 2, 3, and 4 for the Indians. Duncan, Franklin, and Franklin. The Franklins in the inning. Kennett looking for a little insurance, and they'll face Bo Carrier when we go to the top of the 7th right after this.
Now is the time to get your air conditioner serviced for the warm days ahead. Let the experienced techs at Duncan Sheet Metal replace that old unit with a new high-efficiency unit to stay more comfortable during the upcoming warmer months. A new high-efficiency unit will pay for itself with the big savings you see on your utility bill. Turn to the experts at Duncan Sheet Metal today for service and installation. 601 Highway VV in Kennett.
Duncan Sheet Metal wishes Caleb Duncan and the entire Kennett Indian baseball team the best of luck this season.
Baker Implement Company and Case IH are proud to support area high school athletics.
The same way we have supported our customers and the community for 86 years.
Visit any of our 13 locations in Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas to experience the power of red and the service and support that has kept customers coming back since 1938.
Case IH and Baker Implement Company, supporting our community on the field and in your field.
Well, Kennett stranded the bases loaded in the 6th inning. A 2-out at bat by Hayden Gilmore, and he smoked a line drive to right field, but Lovelady made the play. Cash Franklin snags the line drive as he robbed Carrier in the bottom half of the 6th inning as he was leading off the inning, and now it'll be Caleb Duncan. Kennett Sr. has some power. We'd like to see Caleb give us a 2-0 lead as he will lead things off here in this 7th inning. Caleb Duncan, Cash Franklin, and Zane Franklin, and then Caden Pruitt, the Kennett DH, if anyone can reach.
I don't know if it's I'm sure you can see if you're watching on the stream just the emotion that Hayden's pitching with. He comes off the mound, and it's really fun to watch a kid go out there and just lay it all on the line.
Well, this is his last high school game on the mound pitching unless we get out of the districts, more than likely, unless we have several rainouts. And ball 1 is low to Caleb Duncan. See if Caleb can get a pitch that he likes here. Get something going to lead off the 7th inning. The 1-0 pitch to Caleb. Another breaking ball. They are not giving Caleb very many fastballs. That's ball 2.
The scouting report must be out. If you leave a fastball middle of the plate, he's going to be able to hand it.
2-0 pitch from Carrier, another breaking ball, and this one catches the inside corner for strike one. 2-1 the count to Duncan. Leading off the seventh, Kennett leads 1-0. Caleb gets a fastball and pops it up. Shallow center field. Alford comes in on the run, and he catches it back behind shortstop for out number one. Caleb got under that one, and Nolan had a long run, but makes the catch for out number one.
You weren't kidding about him being fast. He covered a lot of ground very quickly right there.
We saw him on the football field. He was a threat as a receiver. Now Cash Franklin looking for his first hit. Swings and misses to the curveball, strike one. See if Cash can get us started here. A strikeout, a pop out, and a ground out for Franklin so far. Curveball, and this one's popped out of play. That's quickly 0-2 to Cash Franklin. Kennett leads 1-0, and we're in the top of the seventh inning. The winner goes on to the championship game at 4:30 on Wednesday here at Indian Park. The 0-2 to Cash. Cash hits it out to left center field. Well hit, way back, and this ball's off the base of the fence. Cash racing towards second. The throw comes in, and there's a one-out double by Cash Franklin. Way to go, Cash.
That's a big hit we needed right there. That ball was driven into the gap right off the K logo out there at the base of the fence.
Cash in that ball game at Oran hit 2 home runs in that ball game, and I mean he hit one off that factory out in left field. Now Zane Franklin. Zane hits it to left field. Cash is rounding third, and they're going to hold him up. Now to throw to the plate, and Zane goes to second. They're choking me up here. Coach Edwards will go out and talk to his ball club.
Give you a second to get everything right here. You know, Zane doing a great job there, reading that throw to the plate, and the catcher kind of mishandling it. Advancing the second really gives us a good opportunity with Caden coming to the plate, runners at second and third, and one out. A lot of things we can do right here.
Just really one out in the inning, and Caden Pruitt will be our hitter.
I like the aggression there from Zane, jumping on that first pitch and really doing some damage with it. Let's see if KP can keep it going.
Yeah, Caden with one hit, infield hit this afternoon. Singled on that ground ball, infield hit to third, popped out to second, and flied out to left. A long fly ball could give Kennett a 2-0 lead. First pitch to Pruitt, and he hits it well, center field. Over is Alford, and he makes the catch, but that'll be plenty deep for the run to score from third, and the Indians take a 2-0 lead.
That's a big time at bat from Caden right there. Getting a first pitch that he could drive and drove it. I mean, Alfred came a long way to make that play and had no chance at being able to get the throw in.
Oh, you're exactly right. I mean, he went a long way on that. And now, still at second base is Zane Franklin. 2 outs in the inning, and Kennett up 2-0, and Jackson Patterson takes strike one. Boy, another hit here would be really, really big. Kennett up 2-0.
I mean, I think Alfred caught that ball almost in left field.
Yes, he covered a ton of ground. Zane Franklin at second. Jackson Patterson at the plate, the Kennett senior. Now Miller will go out and visit with Bo Carrier.
You know, and I don't know if the ball's just not carrying like I thought it would, but, you know, both of those ones there from Pruitt and from Cash, both were just driven into the gap, and I thought they were just going to keep going, and they just didn't. Both very well struck.
2-0 Kennett as we play here with 2 outs and a runner at second in the top of the seventh. Jackson fouls it down the first baseline. He's in the hole 0-2. Patterson Auto Sales, one of our great broadcast sponsors. See Trenton Patterson for that quality ride. They're at the fairgrounds entrance on Highway 412. He'll save you money on your next automobile purchase. Patterson Auto Sales. 0-2 the count to Jackson Patterson. Zane Franklin at second with 2 down. A run in here in the 7th. And Jackson hammers it to left field. Left fielder is back at the fence. Makes the catch. Howard right in front of the fence. That's another ball. I thought Jackson Patterson might have just had a 2-run homer, but the fly out will send us to the bottom of the 7th. Well hit ball, but Howard hauls it in for out number 3. Kennett gets the run. They lead 2-0. We go to the bottom of the 7th at Indian Park right after this. Bottom of the 7th, Kennett 3 outs away from a trip to the championship game on Wednesday here at Indian Park in the Class 4 District 1. It'll be 7, 8, and 9 due up for Dexter, and Hayden Gilmore with 99 pitches back out on the mound. We'll work to Gibson Booker. Gibson is a left-handed hitter, so he's going to face Gibson. Then we'll probably have another pitcher coming in to try to get the final 2 outs. First pitch to Booker. A little bit low, ball 1. So Hayden gets to complete the at-bat for Booker. Booker is 0 for 2 facing Gilmore this afternoon. The 1-0 pitch from Hayden. Strike on the outside corner. Evens the count 1-1.
Unique thing about that pitch count rule, too, is even if you're at 104 and you start that batter, you can finish that at-bat. So.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2 to Booker. That would be 102 pitches. So if Hayden can get out number 1, he will get to face 2 hitters here in the inning. As the Kennett lefty tries to record the first out of the 7th. And he does. A swing and a miss. And that should let Hayden reach one more batter. And that'll be Trey Pettigo with 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. What a performance by Hayden Gilmore. He told me at graduation, he said, Mr. Perry, I want another shot at him. I didn't pitch well at Dexter. And
well,
he has made up for it today. That's for certain. Pettigo was 0 for 2 with 1 out. Almost hit him, ball 1. I think Trey wishes he had hung in there and took the fastball. Now time is called. Next pitch from Gilmore. This pitch a little bit high, ball 2. 2-0 the count.
Yeah, wonder what that conversation was about.
I don't know, something about the home plate umpire and Caleb back behind the plate. Ball 3 is low. 3-0 now to Pettigo. Come on, Hayden. We want to be able to get this second out of the 7th inning. See if he can work back in the count on Trey Pettigo, the 3-0 pitch. There's a strike called. 3-1. Well, Trey wasn't going to swing at that one.
No.
With a 3-0 count, his team down by 2. Now he may be swinging, and he does. A ground ball to the shortstop, Anderson. Cade Fields throws first. Out number 2. Way to go, Hayden Gilmore. Way to battle and way to go. Sophomore shortstop, Cade Anderson.
Now we get to see what happens now.
We're going to have a new pitcher coming on. Hayden Gilmore's day is finished. He gets a hug from Caleb Duncan, and what a performance. The Kennett fans on their feet for Hayden Gilmore. And we're going to see the new Kennett pitcher when we return to Indian Park right after this timeout.
Owen.
You all hear me tell the stories on our Glenn St. ads, and I enjoy people coming to me and referring to certain stories. Some of these stories go way back. We will continue to tell stories, mention our troops, and telling our customers how much our families appreciate their business. Our people always look forward to seeing you. We want you to enjoy your visit. Best price, best service. Glenn Sane, and God bless our troops.
Strike.
2 outs in the bottom of the 7th, and the new Kennett pitcher will be Owen Williams. Owen got the win against Donovan on Saturday, kept his pitch count below 30. It was like a bullpen session for Owen Williams, as he was outstanding, as he struck out 4, didn't walk a batter in that ball game, and gave up only 2 hits. And he will face Houston Neely with 2 down and nobody on, bottom of the 7th. Kennett leads 2-0. Neely is 0 for 2 on the afternoon, and Gilmore's day is over, and let's see if we can get Hayden a victory here, as Owen Williams, fellow senior, will try to close it out. First pitch from Owen, a strike in there, strike 1.
Atta-way, Big O, way to get ahead.
Owen Williams, the right-hander for the Indians, the 0-1, on the way. Strike 2 called on the outside corner. Neely in the hole, 0-2. Owen with the 0-2, outside ball 1. Neely wouldn't go for it. Boy, that spot was perfect for an 0-2 pitch.
Yes, very good 0-2 pitch.
Neely wouldn't go for it. Now the 1-2 pitch to Neely. Owen gets a little blooper out to right field, and that's going to drop in front of Will Leaker. 2 out single by Neely, and that will bring up the top of the order in Nolan Alford, and he will represent the tying run. Good job of hitting that time by Neely as he battled in there, and the tying run comes to the plate. Nolan is 1 for 3. He hit his last ball hard. A double out to left center field. Now facing Owen Williams. The first pitch high over his head, ball 1. Neely takes his lead at first. Gilmore now playing first. Owen hits the batter. And now there's 2 on and 2 out. And the winning run comes to the plate for the Bearcats. And we're coming up to the heart of the order, and Lovelady, the number 2 hitter. Never comes easy, does it, folks?
Never comes easy.
Infield back. They're just looking for an out. Lovelady is 0 for 3, and the first pitch from Owen. Strike on the outside corner. Outfield plays Lovelady a bit to pull. The 0-1 pitch from Williams to Lovelady with 2 down in the 7th. Ground ball down the third baseline. It's foul, and it's 0-2 to Lovelady. Dexter down to their last strike in this 2025 season. Can Owen Williams put the nail in this one? Send the Indians to the championship game on Wednesday. 2 on, 2 outs, the 0-2 to Lovelady from Williams. Ground ball to third. Cash will get it. He'll step on the bag, and that's a Kennett Indian winner. And we're going to the championship game. Indians win it 2-0 over the Bearcats. Indians celebrate the victory. We'll take a break, check the final scoring as we wrap up our broadcast from Indian Park right after this.
Hey, this is Daryl Wilcoxon with Wilcoxon's Home Place on the South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri. We're getting new products in every week and would like to help you make your place a show place. Living room suites, recliners, including lift chairs, bedroom suites, mattress sets with adjustable bases, appliances, and TVs. We have several payment options available. Come see us at Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture and Appliance, 901 South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri. A family furniture tradition for over 70 years.
In Kennett, we know our community because we're a part of it. At Kennett Board of Public Works, we're local, just like you. That means we're just minutes away. With fast response times, we're here for emergencies, ensuring your internet is restored quickly. We offer reliable, high-speed internet to keep your home and business connected. Kennett Board of Public Works, we're your local team, keeping you connected. Here when you need us, always.
Well, Kennett, after losing the previous 2 games this year and being knocked out of the district last year by the Bearcats, get a little revenge on their home field. They win it 2-0 over Dexter and will advance to the championship game and play either Notre Dame or Fredericktown on Wednesday at 4:30. For the Kennett Indians, first run coming as Hayden Gilmore drew a leadoff walk. He stole second, he stole third, he scored on a wild pitch. Kennett led 1-0 till we went to the 7th. Kennett scratched another run across as they had some really good at-bats in that 7th, and that 2-run cushion was enough. Getting the first 2 outs was Hayden Gilmore that pitched to Jim in the ball game, and then closing it out with the final out was fellow senior Owen Williams getting the final out for the Indians. 2 runs, 8 hits for the Indians. No runs, 4 hits for Dexter. Hitting stars for the Indians, Hayden Gilmore was 2 for 3 with a run scored. 1 for 4, Zane Franklin, and he had a huge hit in this ball game. Had a run scored also. And 1 for 3, Zane Franklin in the ball game for the Indians. He also walked. Caden Pruitt had that big RBI to drive in that insurance run in the 7th. He was 1 for 4 in the ball game. Owen Williams was 2 for 2 with a walk in the ball game. Sam Porterfield was 1 for 2 for the Indians, and they win it 2-0 over the Bearcats. 6 2/3 innings pitched, 3 hits allowed by Hayden Gilmore, the senior. He walked 3, struck out 12. What can you say, Hayden Gilmore? What a performance to send the Indians to the championship game. Owen Williams got the final out and gave up a hit. Lovelady got the start, gave up 1 run on 1 hit, and walked 3 and struck out 2 in his inning of work. Bo Carrier was very good in the ball game as he gave up 7 hits, 1 run, and he walked 1 and struck out 2. Indians win it 2-0. That'll do it for our broadcast as we'll move out of the way. Rusty Hendricks will move in our spot, and Notre Dame and Fredericktown will come up next, and we'll be back for the championship game on Wednesday night. Thanks to all of our sponsors who make our broadcast possible. Tad Jones running our video controls. Monty Lyons getting us hooked up on the radio stations and back in our regular programming, but couldn't do it without our great sponsors, and you're going to hear about them right here. Kennett wins 2-0 over Dexter. We'll see you again Wednesday for the championship game for the Class 4 District 1. Kennett goes for the championship on Wednesday. So long from Indian Park.
This has been Kennett Indian Baseball. Title sponsors for our broadcast: Farm Credit Services of Southeast Missouri, Baker Implement Company, NEA Baptist Hospital, and by Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture. Radio and video sponsors include Glen Sane Motors, Southern Bank, Duncan Sheet Metal, State Farm Agent Greg Wilson, Southeast Missouri State University, the Kennett Country Club, First State Community Bank, and by the Kennett Board of Public Works. Radio sponsors include Harris Pharmacy, Skeeter Kell Sporting Goods, Wayne Chiropractic, Wes and Chantel Bentley and Bentley Farms, Ultimate Fitness, FM Bank, and by Patterson's Auto Sales. This broadcast has been a production of Pollock Broadcasting Company.